It's 2 a.m. You promised yourself you'd go to bed early tonight. But here you are, scrolling. Or maybe it's the cigarette you swore was your last one, the junk food you promised you'd stop eating, the app you check every 5 minutes, even though it makes you miserable. You know it's bad for you. You genuinely want to stop. You've tried to stop. And every single time, you end up right back here. Here's the truth. It's not that you're weak. It's not that you lack willpower. It's that your brain has been hijacked. And once you understand how, you'll finally know why you keep failing and how to actually win. In the 1990s, MIT researchers discovered something inside your brain, a process that runs without you even thinking about it. They called it the habit loop. It has 3 parts: the cue, the routine, and the reward. Let me show you how powerful this is. Your phone buzzes. That's the cue, the trigger that activates the habit. Without thinking, you pick it up and start scrolling. That's the routine, the behavior itself. You see a like on your post, a funny video, a comment. Your brain gets tiny hits of dopamine. That's the reward, and your brain absolutely loves it. Here's what makes this so powerful. Every time you complete this loop, your brain strengthens the connection. The pathway gets deeper. The habit gets stronger. Eventually, the cue alone is enough. Your phone doesn't even need to buzz anymore. Just seeing it triggers the craving. Your hand reaches for it before you consciously decide to. This is why you can pick up your phone to check the time and suddenly find yourself 20 minutes deep into social media with no memory of how you got there. You're not choosing to do it. Your basal ganglia, the ancient part of your brain that handles automatic behaviors, has taken over. Your conscious brain is no longer in the driver's seat. The habit is. Now here's where it gets worse. Charles Duhigg, who wrote The Power of Habit, discovered something critical. Habits don't just create routines, they create cravings. Your brain starts to anticipate the reward before you even do the behavior. The moment you see the cue, your brain floods with anticipation. It craves the dopamine hit it knows is coming. You have a stressful day at work. That stress is the cue. Before you even consciously think about it, your brain is already craving the relief, the escape, the numbing. So you reach for the cigarette, the chips, the phone. The routine happens almost automatically, and for a few minutes, you feel better. The reward arrives, the craving is satisfied, and the loop gets even stronger. This is why willpower alone rarely works. You're not just fighting the behavior, you're fighting a neurological craving that your brain has learned to expect. When you try to just stop a bad habit through pure willpower, you're essentially telling your brain, I know you're screaming for this reward, but we're just going to ignore that. And eventually, almost inevitably, the craving wins. Because here's what most people don't understand. You can't delete a habit. The neural pathway stays there. Those connections in your basal ganglia, they're permanent. You can only override them, replace them, build stronger pathways. Which brings us to the key. Here's the golden rule of habit change, discovered by researchers who've studied this for decades. You can't remove the cue, you can't remove the craving, but you can change the routine. Keep the same cue, keep the same reward, but substitute a different behavior in the middle. Let me give you a real example. Every day at 3 p.m., you feel tired and stressed. That's your cue. You've always gone to the break room and eaten cookies. That's the routine. You get a sugar rush, a break from work, maybe chat with a coworker. Those are the rewards your brain actually craves. But here's the key. You need to figure out which reward your brain is really after. Is it the sugar, the break from work, the social interaction? So you experiment. One day, instead of cookies, you take a walk. Another day, you eat an apple while chatting with a coworker. Another day, you just talk to someone without eating anything. And you discover it wasn't really the sugar. It was the break and the social connection. So you replace the routine, same cue, 3 p.m. tiredness, same reward, break plus social, but new routine, walk with a coworker instead of eating cookies. Your brain still gets what it craves, but now the routine is working for you, not against you. This is why successful habit change isn't about willpower or motivation. It's about being a detective, understanding your own habit loops, and strategically replacing the routine while keeping the reward. Now let's talk about why most people fail, even when they know all this. Because knowing the habit loop isn't enough. You're fighting against something incredibly powerful. Your bad habit is automatic. It requires zero conscious effort. It's fast. It's easy. Your new habit? It requires conscious thought, effort, decision-making, every single time, at least at first. And when you're tired, stressed, or emotionally depleted, which is exactly when bad habits show up, your brain defaults to the automatic pathway. In that crucial moment, your conscious brain has to override decades of automatic behavior, and sometimes it just can't. This is why you'll slip up, probably multiple times. But here's what you need to understand. Every time you successfully replace the routine, even once, you're building that new neural pathway. You're making it a little bit easier for next time. It's not about perfection, it's about repetition. So tonight, when you find yourself reaching for that phone at 2 a.m. or that cigarette or that bag of chips, don't hate yourself for it. Your brain is doing exactly what it was designed to do, taking shortcuts, saving energy, seeking rewards. But now you know the system. You can see the cue. You can recognize the craving. You can identify what reward you're really after. And in that moment of awareness, you have a choice. Maybe not every time, but sometimes. And sometimes is how you start. Because every time you choose the new routine, you're rewiring your brain. Do it enough times. Researchers say it takes anywhere from 18 to 254 days, depending on the habit. And eventually, the new routine becomes just as automatic as the old one. The new pathway becomes the default. The craving attaches to the new routine. And what once required immense willpower becomes just what you do. You're not broken. You're not weak. You're just human. And your brain? It's incredibly powerful. It created these habits without you even trying. Imagine what it can do when you work with it instead of against it. All right, I know your worst habit is procrastinating. You're thinking, I'll like this video later. Don't do it. Fight the urge. Hit like and subscribe right now. It takes 2 seconds. Then you can reward yourself by procrastinating in the comments. Tell me a habit you'll totally stop tomorrow.